Okay, we're going to get started here in just a second. We've got Coach Paul Thomas and Tacey Whedon. Coach Thomas is going to make an opening statement. Followed by that, we'll have a few questions for Tacey, and then we'll go back to Coach Thomas for questions. Those that would like to ask a question here on Zoom, please use the raise hand function. I'll give you the opportunity to unmute. You can ask your question. We'll probably leave you unmuted after that, so just please be aware and keep quiet on your end so we don't hear any background noise. And that's it. And you'll hear the questions coming from the computer.
Okay.
So,
all right. Thank you.
So, well, yeah, let's go ahead and have an opening statement from Coach.
Well, first of all, I'm just extremely proud of our team and the effort and the energy they put into today's game. I mean, everybody knows that we've haven't had a true St. Mary's women's basketball year, and we've had some ups and way more downs, but I'm just really happy and proud of how they came out today. Came out solid and strong, and I think we did a really good job of playing to win, and I think that was the key. A little bit of time in that third quarter where I think we got a little bit shaky, but I let them know at the half that I was not going to call timeout. They had to overcome that. And once again, when those types of things happen, it just makes you as a coach extremely proud of your team.
Okay, thanks, Coach. We'll have questions now for Tacey. We'll start with Jeff Ferrato.
Tacey, congratulations. These guys beat you pretty good just about 6 days ago. Can you explain how you guys managed to turn things around so dramatically today?
Yeah, I think as Coach said, we just came out and we knew we could win this game. I think we had a lot of confidence from last week. We practiced hard this week and we focused on scout and we made changes. And so I think we came out with a lot of energy on defense, and defense is what won us this game today. Coach
also said that if things started to go sideways at some point in the second half, he was not going to call a lot of timeouts. He'll let you guys work your way out of it, and things got a little hairy there, but you did that. You got through it. Can you just talk about that stretch where Pacific pushed on you and you guys held them off?
Yeah, I think they definitely went on their run in the third quarter, but we stayed together as a team. And even though we weren't getting as many stops as we'd like in the third quarter, we were strong on offense and we handled the pressure well, and we had a big enough lead to where we could have a little bit of room. So we turned it over a couple times and then we got it back on offense. And I think we just had that energy on the bench and on the court and sticking together as a team.
Thank you.
Any other questions for Tacey? George, Taylor? No? Okay. Questions for Coach? Jeff, you go. George.
Let's Paul.
Go ahead, Jeff.
Yeah, Paul, can you talk about what you got today from Emily Cotting? I believe she's only played 3 games for you. How's she doing? And she hadn't played in over a month, and she gave you a pretty good effort, it seemed like.
Yes, she did. I was, Emily's obviously been here 4 times. And so you have that. She doesn't have I think they all have a little bit of nerves coming into the West Coast Conference tournament, because we all know we're one and done. But she has that calmness when she came back the first time this year. She just adds that calmness factor because of the experience. We all know our jobs, all of that. When we walk into a situation where we've experienced something before, you have that set confidence. And I think she brought that to our team. And I mean, you can we're a different team when she's out there. We just really are, because the other 4 people out there are feeling the same thing. So I'm just happy for her. Hopefully you got to win today to get to tomorrow. And so hopefully she'll be ready to go, and we can get her some treatment to play tomorrow a little bit.
For those of us who aren't watching you every day, can you take us through what's happened with her this year?
Yeah. I mean, she was coming off of her knee injury, as you can see from the brace. So she was pretty much on schedule for that. And then when she got back, she had another lower a lower leg injury. I think I'm allowed to say a lower leg injury, something below the knee. And so that set her back. And now she's hopefully can once again withstand the intensity of playing 2 games in a row. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I know there's that stretch in the second quarter. Both teams, especially my team, look extremely winded. And that's, I think that speaks to the intensity and the energy that they were putting out there on every possession. So Emily just gives us that extra body, Jeff, that really helps it out. Somebody with experience.
And if I could ask you about your game tomorrow, just as Pacific had recently beaten you, San Francisco, I believe, has beaten you twice fairly decisively, but now you're coming off this game, which gives you some confidence and momentum, I'm sure. How do you feel about San Francisco, and what do you have to do to beat them?
Oh, well, I think we have to build on today. I really honestly, we have to be better than we were today. With the only thing positive to take away from our 22 turnovers is that a lot of them were dead ball turnovers. And so it did not give Pacific a chance to get out and run. So if we turn the ball over 22 times against San Francisco and more of them are live ball turnovers, we're going to be in trouble. And we have to, it's scout, when you get to this time of the year, it's scout. It's scout, and it's executing the scout. It's 5 people executing the scout at the same time, all with the same amount of intensity. And if we can do that, which I think we proved today that we can do, I think we're going to put ourselves in a situation to be successful.
Thank you.
Let's go with one more question. George, go ahead. George, you there? Okay, maybe not.
George.
We'll get him next time. All right, thanks, Coach. Thanks,
Yeah.
Casey.
Thank you.
Congratulations on the win. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Was it George from?
So we have Coach Davis and Valerie Higgins here. We'll start with a statement by Coach Davis. Questions directed to to Valerie, then we'll go back to Coach. So go ahead, Coach.
Just a lot of credit to St. Mary's. We just saw them, I don't even know how many days ago. And I thought both teams came out strong, and they just kind of had a little second shot against us in that second quarter and just pushed a lead that was a little too insurmountable for us. Credit to them. Obviously, we felt like we weren't in a great rhythm in that first half, end of the first half, but give St. Mary's a lot of credit for fighting hard.
Okay, Jeff, go ahead with your first question.
Valerie, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, Jeff Ferrato for the West Coast Conference. Can you take what Coach talked about a little further and try to explain what happened with you guys there in the second quarter? Because the first quarter was quite competitive, and all of a sudden they're dashing off into the sunset on you guys. What happened there, you think?
I just think we kind of let them get into their rhythm and get into their groove. We let them get the shots that they wanted. We were a step slow, I think, defensively. And then on offense, we just kind of hit a wall. I'm not sure what percent we shot, but I think we shot like 6% in the second quarter, which just isn't us. And we took some rush shots. We played a lot of one-on-one basketball. We just kind of let them disrupt our game, and then we let them get what they wanted in that second quarter.
Thank you. If I could follow up with Bradley, you guys had been on a roll. You'd won 5 in a row, had played real well. Does this surprise you? And was it the offense was the issue, or the defense was the greater issue when things turned?
They shot it pretty well. I thought that second quarter was a little bit of both, honestly. The first quarter was just, as you said, competitive. And the second quarter is a little bit of us getting out of rhythm on the offensive end. And then defensively, just, had some missed assignments and miscommunications where they got some open looks. And that's really what pushed it. Does it surprise me? Yeah, it does. We had a little bit of a layoff and couldn't practice yesterday. And you want to be able to keep a routine going, and that routine got a little bit thrown out of whack, but that's not an excuse. That's just the reality of it. You've got to be ready to roll when it comes tournament time, and we weren't able to stay in that rhythm.
Can you talk about the career that Valerie had for you guys and what she's meant to your program?
I don't know that I can. I don't know that I can put that into words. She's such an impressive player, and she's Defensive Player of the Year for the second time in her career. And honestly, you can take this how you want it, but you look at her stats, and I don't get why she's not Player of the Year as well. She's just a do-it-all type of player, and she fills in spots where we need. And she's been such, beyond that, she's just been such a great representation of Pacific, our university, our program, and just couldn't appreciate her more.
Great. Thank you.
Any other questions? Okay. Thanks, Coach. Thanks, Valerie.
Thanks.
Yeah.